At the beginning of the story, we meet a boy named Dylan. He keeps making strange noises in class and disturbs the teacher. The teacher gets angry and tells him to solve a Newton equation on the board. As Dylan starts writing, something very strange happens. He slowly becomes invisible and disappears in front of everyone. The whole class is shocked because they have never seen anything like this before. Next, we meet a 6-year-old girl named Cindy. While walking outside, a boy tries to bother her. But Cindy is not an ordinary child. She has super strength. She easily lifts the boy and throws him into a tree. The women nearby are amazed, but Cindy's mother is worried because she knows her daughter is different from other children. The story then introduces Jane, a 16-year-old girl. At school, some girls bully her during lunch and make fun of her. Jane becomes angry and uses her telekinesis power to throw food at them without touching it. This shows that she also has special abilities. Meanwhile, a boy named Tucker is at a swimming pool. Some boys tease him, but Tucker has powers too. He stretches his body and creates a huge splash in the water, surprising everyone around him. The story explains that all these children are special. Many years ago, there was a superhero team called Team Zenith. They protected the world from dangerous threats. The leader of the team was Captain Zoom, a hero with incredible speed. His brother Concussion was also a member of the team. The government used gamma-13 radiation to make their powers stronger. Captain Zoom became even faster and more powerful. However, the radiation affected Concussion differently. It turned him into a dangerous villain. He began attacking and killing members of his own team. To stop him, Captain Zoom created a powerful vortex. During the battle, Concussion disappeared, and Captain Zoom lost all of his powers. 30 years later, the story moves to a secret facility called Area 52. There, Dr. Grant, a scientist who once worked on the Zenith program, talks to military officer Larrabee. Dr. Grant reveals a shocking secret. He says that Concussion did not die 30 years ago. Instead, he became trapped inside a dangerous dimensional rift and is now finding his way back to Earth. Larrabee does not believe him at first. He says he saw Concussion die during the battle. But Dr. Grant explains that Concussion's body was never found. This means he may have survived and simply became trapped somewhere else. Dr. Grant warns that they only have 12 days before Concussion returns and threatens the world again. After hearing this, Larrabee decides they must restart the Zenith program. They need children with special powers to fight the coming danger. To train these gifted kids, there is only one person who can help them, Captain Zoom. The story then shows Captain Zoom, whose real name is Jack. Jack is now living a normal life because he has lost almost all of his superpowers. However, a small part of his abilities still remains. For example, he can move his fingers so fast that he can shake a banana like a blender. One day, Dr. Marsh comes to his garage and purposely causes a small disturbance to make Jack come outside. Jack invites her inside. Soon after, Dr. Grant and his team arrive. They tell Jack that they are creating a new superhero team and need his help because he is the last hero left. Jack does not want to get involved and refuses their offer. Since they have no other choice, Dr. Grant uses a dart gun to knock Jack unconscious and takes him to Area 52. When Jack wakes up, he finds himself tied up inside the secret base. Dr. Grant gives him a simple choice: work with them and receive a monthly salary, or go to prison. Jack does not want to go to jail, and the money is tempting, so he agrees to help them. Soon, Dr. Marsh arrives. She has been put in charge of the new program and is a big fan of Captain Zoom. She tells Jack that she has read all the comics about Captain Zoom and Team Zenith. However, Jack is not interested in talking about his past. Dr. Marsh then explains that they have brought 10 special children to the base. Jack's job is to choose the best ones and create a new Team Zenith. When Jack sees the children, he is surprised because they are all very young. He wonders what powers they could possibly have since they were never exposed to gamma-13 radiation. Dr. Marsh explains that these children were not part of any experiment. They were born with their powers naturally. She believes their abilities can become stronger even without gamma-13. Jack begins testing the children. Some of them do not have useful powers, but 4 of them stand out: Dylan, Cindy, Jane, and Tucker. Because of their unique abilities, they are chosen for the team. The 4 children are taken into a room. Jack asks if they know why they have been brought there. Cindy repeats what Dr. Marsh told them, but Dylan says he thinks that is not the real reason. He believes they are there because they are different from everyone else. Jack then tells them the truth. He reveals that he also lived in this facility when he was young, and says that the place ruined his life. He warns them that the military will force them to train, and the most dangerous part is that they may be tested with gamma-13 radiation. The children become frightened after hearing this. A little later, Dr. Marsh angrily pulls Jack aside. She reminds him that she already promised there would be no gamma-13 testing, so she wants to know why he scared the children. Jack says that he knows Officer Larrabee very well. He believes Larrabee will eventually use gamma-13 on the kids. Jack also admits that he feels guilty because he is helping the program mainly for the money. Meanwhile, Larrabee tells Dr. Grant that training these these children and turning them into superheroes in such a short amount of time will be nearly impossible. Larrabee says that if the children cannot become strong enough through training, he will personally give them gamma-13 radiation. However, he makes it clear that Captain Zoom must not learn the truth about concussion's return. After Larrabee leaves, Dr. Grant shows Jack a new Captain Zoom superhero suit. He explains that they spent a lot of time and effort creating it, but Jack never had the chance to wear it. Seeing the suit brings back old memories, and for a moment Jack feels happy again. Meanwhile, Dr. Marsh gives the children Captain Zoom comic books and tells them who Jack really is. She explains that he is not just a trainer, he is Captain Zoom, the famous superhero who once saved the world many times with Team Zenith. The children are amazed by this news and quickly run to Jack. Cindy excitedly asks if they will become superheroes too, and whether they will get their own superhero names and costumes. Jack explains that in the past, he could move his whole body at incredible speed. Because of this, he had to wear a special suit to stop his clothes from burning. He then reminds the children that this is not a fun place or a home. It is a secret military base, and everyone must follow the rules. Dylan is not impressed. He makes fun of Jack and says that if Jack cannot even use his own powers properly anymore, how can he train anyone else? Dylan even says he is not sure Jack is really Captain Zoom. Soon the children's training begins. Cindy easily lifts very heavy weights. When Jack jokes about her, she becomes angry and throws a huge block toward him. Jack quickly dodges it and then praises her abilities to calm her down. Dylan keeps using his invisibility power to escape from training. Dr. Grant cannot understand why he keeps running away. Jack explains that the reason is simple. Dylan does not want to be there and is trying to escape. Next, it is Tucker's turn to train. Tucker is nervous and afraid. Dr. Marsh tries to encourage him, but Jack starts teasing him. Instead, Tucker gets angry and uses his stretching powers to stick Jack against a wall. After this, Jack asks Dr. Marsh what they are really training the children for. To his surprise, she admits that she does not know the full truth either. Dr. Marsh becomes frustrated with Jack's attitude. She tells him that in the comic books he was kind, brave, and heroic. She wants to know why he has changed so much. Jack then reveals a harsh truth. He says that the comics are not completely real. According to him, many of the stories were created by the government and do not show what actually happened. Jack tells Dr. Marsh that the stories in the Captain Zoom comics are not completely true. The real events were very different from what people were told. Upset by this, Dr. Marsh goes directly to a meeting and asks Officer Larrabee what danger they are preparing the children for. At that moment, Jack also arrives and asks the same question. However, Larrabee refuses to answer and orders Jack to leave the meeting room. After the meeting, Jack asks Dr. Marsh again about the mission. She becomes emotional and explains why she admired him so much. As a child, she felt different from everyone else and had no friends. Reading Captain Zoom comics was the only thing that made her happy. But now she feels disappointed because Jack seems to care only about the money and is wasting time instead of helping the children. After saying this, she angrily walks away. Later, Jack takes the children for combat training. During the training, he finds his old robot friend, Peeb. Jack is happy to see him again. He then takes the children to a secret underground area where an old spaceship is hidden. The children are excited when they see the spaceship. They all climb inside, and Jack takes them on a fun ride. Along the way, they even stop to buy food and snacks. Unfortunately, their adventure does not remain a secret. News channels begin showing reports about the mysterious spaceship flying around. When Dr. Marsh sees the news, she rushes to the underground base. By the time she arrives, Jack and the children have already returned. She becomes angry and reminds Jack that he was supposed to be training the children, not taking them on a trip. However, Jack does not pay much attention to her complaints. That night, Cindy has a bad dream and becomes scared. She goes to Jack's room for comfort. At first, Jack tells her to return to her own room, but Cindy starts crying and refuses to leave. Finally, Jack allows her to sleep on the couch. Before going to sleep, Cindy asks Jack an innocent question. She wonders if she is different from other people, and whether that is why her parents sent her away to the military base. Jack is deeply affected by her question. He cannot believe that such a young child has been separated from her parents. He comforts Cindy by telling her that she is not different. She is special. He explains that her parents sent her there so she could learn to control her powers and use them to help others. Using her incredible strength, Cindy pulls the couch closer to Jack and quickly falls asleep. Watching her, Jack is amazed by both her innocence and her power. The next day, the children's training becomes much more serious. However, things do not go well. Dylan continues skipping training and keeps trying to escape. The other children also struggle with their exercises. Jane becomes frustrated and blames Jack. She says that if he were a better trainer, they would not be having so many problems. Meanwhile, Jane, Tucker, and Cindy enter Dr. Grant's control room. Dr. Grant is busy adjusting the training system systems. While he is distracted, the three children begin pressing buttons on the control panel just for fun. Suddenly, the training area is hit by heavy rain. A lightning storm follows, and then snow begins falling. The children think it is exciting and enjoy the chaos. Dr. Grant, however, is terrified because the systems are out of control. He tells Dylan about his old superhero team and about concussion. After that, Jack takes Dylan out of the cell and asks him to concentrate. He tells Dylan to focus his mind and try to find out where Jane is and what she is doing at that moment. Dylan concentrates hard. Suddenly, he begins to see things from far away. He is able to see Jane sitting inside her room, even though she is nowhere near them. Jack explains that this is Dylan's true power. It is called mind sight. This ability allows him to see people and places from a distance using his mind. Jack tells Dylan that every team needs a leader, and that he has the potential to become one someday. Dylan then asks Jack about concussion. The question makes Jack uncomfortable and angry. At that moment, Dylan realizes that concussion was actually Jack's own brother. Jack reveals the truth. His brother's real name was Connor. He was once a brave superhero who saved many lives. However, after being exposed to gamma-13 radiation, Connor changed and became a dangerous villain. Meanwhile, Dr. Marsh secretly listens to their conversation through the security cameras. Seeing Dylan and the other children reminds Jack of his old teammates. Because of this, he finally decides to stop holding back and train the children properly. At the same time, Jane keeps a chain that reminds her of her parents. It is the only thing she has left from them. She believes her parents abandoned her because of her special powers. Dylan takes Jane's chain and uses his mind sight ability to try to see events from her past. Just then, Jack arrives with the research team. He announces that the children will now receive mental training as well as physical training. This will help them gain better control over their powers. From that point on, Jack trains the children with dedication and care. Under his guidance, they improve very quickly. Their skills become much stronger, and their performance gets better every day. Dr. Marsh notices the change and is surprised. She asks Jack why he has suddenly become so different. Jack calmly explains that after losing his old teammates, he realized how important they were to him. He does not want these children to repeat the same mistakes. That is why he wants them to become more than just a team. He wants them to become a family. Dr. Marsh is happy to hear this. Meanwhile, Dr. Grant speaks with Larrabee. He says that all their hopes now depend on Jack and Marsh, because they are the only ones who can prepare the children to face concussion. Dr. Grant warns Larrabee not to use gamma-13 radiation on the children. He reminds him that gamma-13 was the reason Connor became the villain Concussion. He also explains that concussion has grown even stronger over the years and may return much sooner than they expected. Finally, Dr. Grant shows Larrabee a special device that allows them to observe the dimensional rift where concussion has been trapped. Larrabee says that they cannot depend only on the children to stop concussion. They need another plan as well. Dr. Grant explains that if the children can keep concussion busy, he can use a special device called the sonic net to capture him. He also believes that this might even cure concussion. Dr. Grant adds that if Jack still had his super speed, he could trap concussion inside the vortex again and reverse the effects of gamma-13 radiation. Meanwhile, Jack decides to celebrate the children's successful training. He organizes a small party for them. During the party, Dylan gives Jane a pendant with her parents' names on it. This creates a special bond between the two of them. Cindy happily dances with her robot friend Peeb. Jack also seems happier and enjoys spending time with Dr. Marsh. However, the celebration is interrupted when Larrabee arrives. He brings a dose of gamma-13 radiation and announces that the children will receive it the next morning. Jack immediately objects. He warns that gamma-13 is dangerous and reminds everyone that it ruined his old team. But Larrabee refuses to listen. Realizing that the children are in danger, Jack decides to protect them. The next morning, he secretly takes them to a hidden place where there are no cameras. This is the same place where he used to spend time with his old teammates. There, Jack gives the children superhero names. However, none of them like the names he chooses, so they pick their own. Dylan chooses the name Houdini. Tucker chooses the name Megaboy. Jane chooses the name Wonder. Little Cindy chooses the name Princess. Jack smiles and says that their family is finally complete. He also warns them that they need to leave because a great danger is coming. At that moment, Dylan has a vision. He sees that the military is preparing gamma-13 radiation. He quickly tells Jack that the military plans to test it on the children. He also reveals that the real reason for the program is to stop Concussion, who is still alive and returning. Jack becomes furious. He goes directly to Larrabee and asks if he truly believes that a group of children can defeat Concussion. Larrabee ignores him. and orders his men to lock Jack inside a special cell once again. Soon, guards arrive to take the children for Gamma-13 testing. This time, however, Dr. Marsh decides to help them. She reveals one of her own powers and uses her super breath to blow the guards away. While the guards are distracted, Dylan and Tucker defeat the remaining soldiers. Together, the children rush to rescue Jack. Jane uses her powers to pin a guard against a wall. Cindy uses her incredible strength to break open Jack's cell door. Jack is amazed by what he sees, especially when Dr. Marsh joins them. He always believed she supported Larrabee. Dr. Marsh then reveals her secret. She explains that she has been different since childhood, because she also possesses superpowers. The group quickly heads to the underground basement where the spaceship is stored. Unfortunately, the entrance is blocked. As Jack tries to open the way, a security alarm suddenly sounds. Larrabee immediately learns that they are escaping. Without wasting any time, everyone climbs into the spaceship. They manage to launch it and escape from the facility just in time. Jack tells Dr. Marsh, "Take the children somewhere safe and drop me near the place where the dimensional rift will open." However, this time nobody wants to leave him alone. The children and Marsh decide to stay together and help him. Jack reaches the dimensional rift, and soon Concussion finally returns. He is very angry and tells Jack, "You betrayed me. You left me trapped alone for 30 years. Then he attacks Jack. Since Jack no longer has his powers, he struggles to fight back. At that moment, the robot Peeb distracts Concussion, and Cindy joins the battle to help Jack. Meanwhile, the military arrives and uses a sonic net to capture Concussion. However, Concussion is so powerful that he easily breaks free from it. The broken net moves towards Cindy. She becomes frightened and calls for help. At that moment, Jack's powers suddenly return. Moving at incredible speed, he rushes in and saves Cindy. During the rescue, Cindy falls unconscious. Jack becomes very worried, but thankfully she soon wakes up and recovers. Now the final battle begins. Jack puts on his Captain Zoom suit and joins the fight. Dylan and Jane work together to distract Concussion. Tucker uses his powers to throw Concussion high into the air. Cindy attacks him with all of her strength. At the same time, Jack spins at super speed and creates a powerful vortex. Finally, Dr. Marsh uses her super breath to push Concussion into the center of the vortex. Jack then makes the vortex even larger and more powerful. This time, instead of harming Concussion, the vortex removes the negative effects of the Gamma-13 radiation. As a result, Concussion changes back into the good person he once was. In the end, the two brothers are reunited. Jack happily welcomes Connor back to Team Zenith. Together with the children and Dr. Marsh, they form a new Team Zenith dedicated to protecting the world. And with that, the story comes to an end. What did you think of this movie? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this recap, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more exciting movie stories and recaps. See you in the next video.